I have determined that it is time to officially recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
Since King David made it his capital 3,000 years ago, Jerusalem has been the center of Jewish life, Jewish longing, and Jewish identity. And now, thanks to President Trump and his administration, the promised move of the American embassy to Jerusalem, the eternal capital of Israel, has finally been realized.
For almost 50 years, the Orthodox Union has been working to have Jerusalem recognized as Israel's eternal, undivided capital, while continuously calling for the relocation of the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Beginning in 1972 at a dinner for the OU's NCSY youth program, Vice President Hubert Humphrey called on the United States to recognize Israel's capital. Jerusalem, the Golden, must be united, and it must be recognized as the capital of Israel. In 1982, the OU became the first Jewish organization to formalize its commitment to the relocation of the U.S. Embassy by passing a resolution. During the 1990s, the OU amplified its campaign at every opportunity. At an OU mission to Washington in 1991, Senators Daniel Patrick Moynihan and Rudy Boschwitz unveiled a Senate resolution for the recognition of Jerusalem.
Over the years, the Orthodox Union partnered with allies in Congress to craft and pass legislation, including the Jerusalem Embassy Act of 1995. Our goal? To have the United States lead the way in the world's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. We personally lobbied Presidents Clinton, Bush, and Obama to move the American embassy to Jerusalem. We did not succeed then, but we did not relent.
In the new millennium, renewed calls to divide Jerusalem were met by an increasingly determined and vocal Orthodox Union. In 2006, at its convention in Jerusalem, the OU adopts a policy resolution to oppose any attempt to divide Jerusalem. 2007, the OU meets with senior Bush administration officials and presses the U.S. to reject any offers to divide Jerusalem. And before Prime Minister Ehud Olmert went to the Annapolis peace talks, the OU requested and received a promise from him to keep Jerusalem undivided. 2008, the OU leads a march to the site of the proposed U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem and urges President-elect Obama to relocate the U.S. Embassy. 2009, the OU supports a new Jerusalem Embassy Act. For the next several years, the OU continued advocating through the media, publishing articles that helped keep the embassy move at the forefront. 2015, the OU commends Senators Ted Cruz and Dean Heller for introducing a renewed Jerusalem Embassy Act. And as the new Trump administration began its transition, OU advocacy met with senior administration officials to once again present the case for relocating the U.S. Embassy. December 5, 2017. As the deadline looms for President Trump to sign the Jerusalem Embassy Act waiver, the Orthodox Union sends a letter to President Trump urging him to fulfill his campaign promise. And on December 6th, President Trump announces he will recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital. The OU was recognized as the tip of the spear in the effort to move the U.S. Embassy.
While previous presidents have made this a major campaign promise, they failed to deliver. Today, I am delivering. That is why, consistent with the Jerusalem Embassy Act, I am also directing the State Department to begin preparation to move the American Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
The city of Jerusalem is the heart and soul of the Jewish people. In our prayers to God 3 times a day, the importance of Jerusalem is emphasized, as it is at every Jewish life cycle event. We thank the Almighty for bringing us to this day. And as Americans, we are so proud of our nation for giving full recognition to Jerusalem's centrality to Israel and to the Jewish people. And in particular, we thank President Trump for understanding that Jerusalem has always been and shall always be the capital of Israel.